Now, another thing you forget is though the pastor may show you some scriptures, guess who's responsible for reading your own Bible? You. I know. Now, that's part of the problem, too, though. I do see how that can confuse you, right? As well. But it's still no excuse to murder someone in cold blood over trying to find an of-age girlfriend, right? Or woman friend, right? Like you said. You're interfering in my dating life, neither letting me move on from you or find a new girlfriend, and that's fucked up. Excuse my French there, E.T., but you know what I mean, right? Someone is fucking up my relationships. They're sabotaging it so I can either move on from them or find a new girlfriend. Ain't that a problem? Ain't that a problem? No. If you want a girlfriend and I was with a girl, you were a girl, right? You weren't a boy, or did you think I was a girl? Something is wrong here in the first place. By the way, we dated anyway. We were both, in my opinion, backslid Christians who had a problem with someone important in their life. You, your father, and me, my pastor, Sheena Johnson, right? And you're a bad ex-girlfriend, right? You don't know how to let me go either. Now you're reverse stalking me if you're even in Georgia, right? Because see, unlike you, I wasn't trying to stalk you, but figure out what the hell happened after our magical 3-day weekend, and then you went batshit on me, right? Not me, you, by the way. All I did was send you a few Bible studies and tell you about the dream, right? Which I didn't bring up because some people in the church freak out over it. Did you freak out over it too? That's possible. But it's not lying about it. Like I said. It's just not telling you within the dating period, right? People do that all the time, right? They withhold certain information and plan on telling you later. Though now I'm telling everyone up front, so if they want to date me or not, they know I'm not trying to trick them. Cause of you. See, I learned a lesson there, right? Especially dealing with crazy Christians about telling them I'm one of the two witnesses. Which, hey, Perry Stone, if there are two witnesses, shouldn't they be here by now? Yeah. And the problem ain't them, it's the church, right? They're not doing what they're supposed to be doing, right? Right. That's the problem. You're not Christ-like enough to be saved by Jesus. You're making him spew you out his mouth because you're lukewarm. That means vomit you out his mouth. It also means you're not ready for his return, and if he comes back now, you all go straight to hell, then one-way ticket. I know. That's what you don't get as well. He can't come back now. You don't even know his true form is in drunkenness, because Paul said so in John, right? You let Emperor Constantine come in 300 years later, when there's only one person reported to be resurrected before that. Peter went to India and Japan, right? Someone did who said they were crucified. Jesus went in heaven, right? Unless you're suggesting Jesus went to other countries instead of, right? And two of them were India and Japan, and he lived a full life in both countries, right? And died and was resurrected again. Do you understand? Yeah. That's possible? That's possible too. Or it was Peter. There's two men who were crucified specifically, though so was other apostles. Peter wasn't the only one, by the way. I know. There were a few who were crucified, right? More than one. And John's the only one to die of natural causes. Thomas was killed by being speared through in India anyway, right? So the fact that Thomas made it to India 2,000 years ago could explain some of their understandings of Jesus, even if they think someone died of natural causes there, right? Who knew of Jesus? Just crucifixion. No. See, people get stories confused 2,000 years later anyway. Some people don't want to face what it really is saying. No, they don't. Or really read it for themselves. And then blame others or get mad with others for trying to tell them they're full of shit when they know they don't even want to know they're full of shit, right? That's a problem too. And I've been consistently telling you, I live alone. I can't stalk a child or be around a child normally. Even the one living across the street, I don't see her, but with her family, right? And that's because I don't mess with children that way. I know better. See, I can know better and still be mentally ill, idiot. No. The reason I went mentally ill is work related, not no. And stress related, not no. And didn't happen until 93 anyway. I wasn't going around telling people God was talking to me before I joined the Navy. Ask my parents, ask my family, ask my friends. I did read the Bible a little bit, and I would correct them in certain passages, even Aunt Francine with the Lord's Prayer. I mean, the Lord is my shepherd did Psalms 23 once. I know. I believe so, but that's reading it and remembering it, and her not, right? That's about it, though, right? I wouldn't go around telling people I'm one of the two witnesses or Jesus is talking to me. I know. I didn't even really understand the dream then either. It would be more when Davis was trying to show me his oneness Pentecostal belief that it would even, click that way. Right? That I saw one on the throne, the light. And somewhere there's a light mentioned, right? Ain't there? The light shines within the darkness, and the darkness comprehends it not, right? Right. Okay. I saw a light on the throne. I think that's God, and you can't see it in its true form itself. But I was a male child. I was 12 going on 13. And before I turned 13, I had the dream around before I went back to school, I think, right? And I asked my Sunday school teacher about what the dream might could mean, right? Now, I can't make Miss Wilkerson or Wilkes or whatever her name was, Wilson, right, tell the truth. She can lie as a woman too, right? Of Satan, right? Though if she lies on me, I did tell her though. No, you told her though. About the dream. I didn't tell her God spoke to me. No, you didn't. Now, I told Pastor Davis and Pastor Thomas God told me I was one of the two witnesses. But what did I mean through the scriptures? Through the scriptures, right? By then, you were reading the Bible a lot more, right? And heaven is its throne and the earth is its footstool. And the two witnesses said before the God of the earth. Right. He's not still the God of heaven and earth, though. Right? Why is John getting specific with earth? Though he's also the God of heaven, which is his throne, and the earth is his footstool. So does that the problem, right? The earth is divided by Satan's sin, right? With Adam and Eve and Eden, right? Christ came back to make us one. He's the tree of life. Satan is the tree of death. His death caused everything to die. Real quick. And what he did was drown himself in the ocean, right? He also comes up out of the ocean one day, right? He too will be resurrected before the end. Are you reading your Bible? Read Revelations again, right? Tells you that. Satan and all the unjust are resurrected after the millennial reign of Christ, idiot. I know. Physically. Because they were here physically. See, one of us, one of them, it's the same thing. Right. They are us, but like the orcs, they're compromised, right? They're fallen angels, right? Messengers from heaven, right? Who, instead of helping the human race, wanted to destroy it with Satan. And you're helping them, not God. And your destructive behavior shows it. And all I can do is ask a question of the child, right? When you told me she was 15, I don't know which child you're even talking about. You know which child you're talking about. That's grooming her to be with me, not me grooming her to be with me. You groomed her to, right? What's the difference? I had no physical contact with her to groom her to be with me, right? See, grooming is where the adult gets, say, a 14-year-old girl and starts grooming her to be his wife. And usually it's to legally marry the girl, like in Latter-day Saints too, right? The difference is the age of consent is not considered, right? The parents are allowed to marry the girl to the adult male, right, in the church, right? That's wrong too. Latter-day Saints, you gotta go by the law. You gotta wait till she's of legal age to marry her too, right? Not saying, okay, it's 100% right or wrong. It's not 100% right. No. It's also not 100% wrong because it is in your Old Testament, right? That some men had more than one wife. Abraham was one. Jacob was one, right? Solomon had 1,000, right? I know. Though not every man can receive this gift either. Jesus may have been with 8. Because Isaiah mentions one whom 7 women take hold of, saying, we'll eat our own bread and wear our own apparel, only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. Now, tracing that back to Rachel, the reproach is childbearing, also with Rebecca and Sarah. And Isaiah deals with it too. A barren woman is someone who has difficulty having a child with, say, her husband and needs a surrogate father, right? Now, men are fine, you know what I mean, right? When they cheat on a woman, but when a woman cheats on a man, they get all huffy, right?